All right, guys, welcome to the call. You guys, it's going to be a lot of fun today because Dani is an absolute rock star. She's really had a huge impact on my life, and I'm truly grateful, especially today on my birthday, to realize that I've met someone that's exactly where I want to be in life, and I follow her every step. She has a team of over 25,000 people all over the world now. And like I said, she's exactly where I want to be in life, and she knows this industry inside and out. So if you're truly serious about, building this business and creating financial freedom for you and your family, stay close to her. Like I said, you're at the right place at the right time with the right leaders. That's what Dani always says to me. So yeah, without further ado, double diamond executive Danielle Taylor.
Awesome job, Chris. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. What an
Thank
incredible
you.
thing. So when you have like-minded people that are hungry to help other people and have success, it makes this so fulfilling. So thank you, Chris, for that introduction. So I'm going to train on this, and we're actually recording it. We've got a small group of people together that we're looking at how to get to that Jeep, right? And I want to show you how simple it really is. So the goal is to get 10,000 business volume. That is 10,000 points total inside of a qualification period. And that can either be in your first 30 days and you've got your first, what we call fast track, or it's just a calendar month after your first 30 days. And so a total of 10,000 business volume, you'll see that there in the goal. You also have to have 2 personally sponsored associate ambassadors. Now we have a little bit of an example here. I'll show you next. But I want to go through just the bullets for now. 40% rule is important because when you're building for your area ambassador rank, you're also looking at, obviously getting that Jeep, which is going to give you social proof, sense of accomplishment. You are going to have the best time of your life when you have 4 or 5 Jeeps now in your team sitting outside of one of your meetings and people are pulling up and they're seeing that. Plus people stop you all the time and ask, what is the lease? And it gives you a conversation piece. And again, who doesn't like someone else making a car payment for you? So 40% rule is important because as you're building into this 10,000 volume points, this is your goal. Now, let me just say with pure preface that you can do this because we've had more people do it in their first 30 days than I can count. I've lost track. We've produced, Lori, my executive assistant, how many areas have we generated inside of our personal team here?
Well over 100.
At least 115, maybe more. We've lost track. We know it's over 100 when we start running our reports. So if 100 people inside of our Jeep or inside of our organization can get their Jeep, so can you. It's just a matter of making the decision. So 40% rule means that out of that 10,000 volume, you can only take 4,000 because 40% of 10,000 of that rank is where there's a breaking point. And I'll show you in the example, but it means that the attributing total volume from the single personally sponsored ambassadors team. So say you sponsored Bonnie and Bonnie's your personal, you brought her to the table, she's part of your team now, and Bonnie's team just takes off and you're running for your Jeep, you're running for area ambassador, you're looking for that 10,000 volume points. And let's just say she just blows it up and she's got 12,000 points already in the month. Well, you can only take 4,000 of that 12 that she just generated and apply it towards your 10. Now, the actual computer, the report system does all of this for you. You don't have to manually track it, thank God. But you still get paid on all that volume. But we could not, as a company, we could not pay every single person in that team because if that qualified, everybody above would get their Jeep. So we have to have some breaking points. So 40% can come from one person that you've sponsored and their entire team, okay, towards your rank. But remember, when she's headed for regional the next month, you're running for another rank, all that volume still counts towards that next rank. So it's just important to understand the basics here. The bonus that you get when you qualify is you get a $400 to be applied towards your Jeep. Now this goes all the way up to $1,200, but at the rank of area, at that 10,000 volume points, you're gonna get $400 a month toward a Jeep. So you go out and buy the Wrangler or the Grand Cherokee, you get to choose, I always say the responsible or the irresponsible one. Pick one, it doesn't matter. And then once you have that Jeep, they'll start, and you have to send in paperwork. they'll start making that every month. You'll get that in your Paylution account. All right. Or you can take half in cash. I don't recommend it because of all the things I just said, the social proof. It is very powerful. And a lot of companies have a BMW or a Lexus or some kind of a, a higher end luxury car, which is great and they're beautiful. But let's just talk practicality. If we could flip that upside down, which is what we did, and get more people in Jeeps, think about the power of that and what statement that makes. And nothing screams freedom more than a Jeep. And it's not pretentious, it's fun. You've got more people running around in Jeeps, and some people never want to go to the top, and that's okay. They just want to have fun and make a little extra money and drive a fun Jeep. So that's my recommendation. We can always coach you on a personal level. If you're working with leaders, we can always talk about your own individual circumstances. Then the business volume over here. How do we get all that volume to go towards that 10,000? Well, I want you to look. Every time you sponsor a gold pack, there's 500 business volume. Okay. Every time you sponsor a silver, 200 business volume, or a bronze, 75. Now, be aware that sometimes when we run promotions and things, some of those numbers will change, but this is the standard. And then also, let's just say you're selling, somebody actually goes to your website and they buy 1 bottle of Ultracell from your actual replicated website, then the company then adds that 70 BV to your grand total because there's 70 BV. Or let's say you get in and you want to buy 4 cases because you're going to stock it and you're going to share it with people so you can get a higher, up to a 200% profit. Well, then go ahead and buy a couple cases or whatever you need and start adding some of that business volume into your big goal. So look here when it says, Lisa, Tom, you're the person that got sponsored. You're the first person in, but now you've got a left team and a right team, and you've actually sponsored Lisa and Tom on your left team. And then over here on your right team, you've personally sponsored Susan and you've personally sponsored Mike. Okay. Let's raise this up a little bit and look at it. So in order to become an associate, you have to, if Lisa is going to become an associate to fulfill this requirement, then she has to have 2 of her own personally that she brought to the table. So she now is getting her business off the ground, and she sponsored Joe and Rachel. They have to be on a minimum of 50 business volume. That can be in an auto ship, or it can be also in just a private order. As long as they have 50 BV or more and they're considered active, then Lisa then qualifies as an associate, which would then help you qualify for that one requirement. Okay. So say, look at Tom's example. Tom's only sponsored 1. He's still considered active, but he's not an associate yet. Same thing with Mike. Mike hasn't sponsored anyone, but he does fulfill one of your requirements. And I'll show you those here in a moment. Susan is your second associate here in this example. So look here, these are the actual requirements that are necessary to actually achieve the rank. And you have this in a report in your research. It's called Rank Research Pro, and it's $29 a month to have this. It's so worth it when you're running for the Jeep, because you don't even have to look, and all the ranks ahead of that, you don't even have to look anything. It's just right there. It's either going to be a green check mark or a red X. Okay, so look at, does ambassador achieve organic rank of city ambassador? Let's just pretend this is Chris. Since it's his birthday, I'm going to use him as the example today. And let's just say this is Chris's rank research report. And it says, does Chris achieve the organic rank? Yes, because he just crushed it. He just got to city last month. Awesome. So they've got his green check mark. Does Chris have a personal auto ship of 100 business volume or more? Yep, he's got it, right? Now, does he have an personally sponsored associate in his left leg, and does he have one in his right leg? In this example, if this was Chris, which Chris is, sorry, Chris, you're wearing a skirt in this example, but you have your 2 associates, right? So they're gonna let you click that. Now, say you just had one on the left, then this one over here on the right would be that red. Nope, not there yet. So here's the main number. It says, does Chris achieve rank business volume for area, which would be 10,000 or higher? And in this case, nope, he's sitting at 8,887 volume points. So we still need to go out and grab that. How are we going to do it? We're going to sponsor. You guys are going to get this form. So We're going to post this form for people to be able to use, but it's just the example. It gives you kind of a at a glance how to do this thing. But how's he going to get that volume now? Now, does he have his left team of 2,000 has to be met and the right team? They both have to have at least 2,000, because what they're saying in this particular requirement is you couldn't take all 10,000 volume points just out of your right team. So they're trying to help you keep a little bit balanced here. And they're saying we've got to have at least 80-20. So at least 2,000 of the 10 have to come out of the other team. Now it could be equal, but at a bare minimum, you'd have to have 2,000 in one and 8,000 in the other, okay? Most of the time, it's not going to be super equal all the time. One team starts taking off before another, but we need to watch numbers with you. We need to dig in. And when I get very targeted on people and I'm trying to help them get to rank, we're looking at these numbers and we're saying, okay, who needs an upgrade? We don't push it on anyone, but we are looking for the volume to help you get to your goal. Who needs an upgrade? Do you have any stores that are buying for retail, or do you do any trade shows? I know, like, we have a guy, gentleman Steve, he's getting ready to go do trade shows in John's group. Well, then we would start looking and see, does he have enough product so that he's going to get to these events and make sure he's got enough to sell. Okay, so it's that simple. I know I'm doing a big overview of it, but honestly, if you get stuck on any of this, just talk to the person that is helping you, because if they've achieved area or higher, they know how to do this. Just lock arms with them. Just get this whole business is all about just sharing it, and following up.